Hey, welcome to Brewing Live, the daily community service of the Cup Republic that fills your digital cup with great stuff that matters because you and your life matters to us. The Cup Republic is the home of professional certified CACC life coaches and the coaching hub of Life Coach Philippines. And we are located, by the way, inside Pioneer Center compound along Pioneer Road, corner Brixton and United Streets. It's there in Capitolio, Pasig City. And our operation hours is from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. And we are open from Saturday to Thursday. So if you're going to be in the area today, join us at 5 p.m. and at 7:30, 5 p.m. for Cabin Life at the campfire and 7:30 p.m. for open mic, Coach Orville. So that's going to be later. So if you're looking for a space in which you just want to enjoy and have fun, go in there. It's a wonderful moment. We are now celebrating Kaibigan Month as we tie the knot in partnership with Vegan Essentials Incorporated. And Vegan Essentials Incorporated are distributing skincare products. Yan, skincare products that are 100% vegan. It's plant-based and you don't have all of the chemicals that other skincare products have. And this is what I'm sharing to you. It's bearberry. Currently, I'm using this, and this bearberry is a good way for you to be able to reduce some of the inflammation that you have in your skin. Especially for me, I have eczema, and one of the things that triggers my redness in my face or swelling is the heat and also the food that I eat and anything that is in inflammatory with inflammatory properties. And bearberry is helping me out relieve some of the redness in my face. And I also utilize, we also have a product called centella gel, and we also have what we call witch hazel. And centella gel is very good for you if you want to moisturize your skin. And this is great if you have dryness, experience dryness like me, especially during this hot weather season. And the witch hazel is very good for SPF. If you have UV rays, did you know that there are UV rays inside your house too? When you take a look at your screen, when you take a look at the lights and so on in there, so there is UV light. So if the sun is also shining inside your house, then that will also trigger it. So these are the products that I am using. If you want to know more about how this can benefit you with minimalism, there is no chemicals in here. It's 100% plant-based. And I tell you, this is a great shift for you natural way of you taking care of your skin, because eventually if you don't take care of your skin, if you're utilizing skincare products with chemicals, it will affect you as you grow old. And if you want to know more about other soaps that we have, there are different colors that you have in there. You have bearberry, you have glycolic, you have aloe vera, you have um, kojic as well, and you have charcoal. Just message us here at the Cup Coffee Republic, and we'll help you out. Have with your acne care or skincare products, and if you want to do some business as well, if you want to monetize this, we are welcoming resellers and distributors in your space. All right. Each of the live casts that we're doing here for the month of April will focus on awareness for vegan as a lifestyle of choice so that you can advance in choosing the way of life that is not only healthy but also promotes a love and safety for humans and animals too. Today's episode is episode number 668, and our live streaming is dubbed as Vegan Lifestyle. This live streaming is in partnership with Life Coach Philippines, and our intention as game changers is to brew mental fitness in our space, in your space, and help nurture holistic mental health for you and the people who matters to you. So shout out to all of our Kaibigan coaching community and my fellow kindred coaches serving in this corner in the digital space and advancing life coaching ethically and authentically with passion. Of course, I always believe that giving is a lifestyle and it never goes out of style, because once you give, you also get that in return in a different way. And biblically, that is part of the teachings in the Bible of the way of us giving. That is something that we can plant a seed to other people, and we'll get that eventually in a different way. So, as you recognize the value of what we're doing here as an organization, I truly appreciate if you could send us some stars, send some love gifts in there, send some love from your heart. If you want to use GCash, we have the information in there. We also have bank transfer. Utilize this as you learn in the process. I've realized the value of learning, and I realized the value of appreciating, of being grateful to the person who's teaching us, who's giving us their experiences, their ideas, their knowledge, because that allows us to expand, that allows us to have a deeper understanding of the things that's going on in our life, so that we can make the right decision for ourselves and also for our children. We exist to help clients experience healing and breakthrough by providing a safe space of inspiration to begin with a cup of coffee at Teacup Cup Republic, for transformation to happen through the platform of life coaching. And we are more than a traditional cafe that serves your favorite classic foods like sausages or sausage platters. We have waffles, we have bagels, we have cakes, we have milkshakes as well, and coffee based drinks. So if you want to really have that dining experience as well and have those sweetness, that classic comfort food that you may be looking for, when you experience a moment in which you feel sad, you feel lonely, or maybe you just want to celebrate and you want to have disconnected experience from your past, the classic comfort food is great for you to reminisce all of the good days. So take advantage of that. We help also individuals to make a therapeutic lifestyle change with our line of plant-based meals. We have our natural foods, keto juices, we have keto products, sugar replacement syrups, we have insulin, organic wine, and tea. Now, if you're a family, if you are raised in a family in which you're eating mostly pork, oily foods, processed food, fast foods, what else? In canned, all of these different things that can affect the way that your system is flowing in your blood. If you want to manage how your blood system is working, then I encourage you to take advantage of the sugar regulator products. At the end of the day, I've seen a lot of people, especially in the corporate world, who've given all of their time in their work. They don't have the time for them to eat a healthy food. They don't have time to cook. So the tendency is they would choose other foods that is not good for their physical health, and that will affect them, that at the age of 35, at the age of 40, they would start popping pills, pills to maintain the blood pressure, the glucose, maintain high blood, and all of these different things. And I tell you, it's not a good experience because you're spending more money. It's affecting the way that you feel and the way that you think and the way that you act. So it's impacting a lot of different things in your life, which is not a good thing. So if you can do something about it, I tell you, the insulin wine and tea can help you out. Teacup Cup Republic is also the exclusive distributor of David's Faith insulin wine and tea in the area of Mandaluyong and Parañaque. So if you want to order the products, our hashtag Save One campaign against diabetes is constantly and will continue to support you. I invite you to join us as a reseller if this is something that you would want to do. If you want to be a brand ambassador to help awareness and the sugar regulator products to help fight the debilitating symptoms and effects of diabetes, take advantage of this product. Please check our FB page of the menu of sumptuous meals and refreshing drinks, or connect with Coach Rezzhel at 0917-586-1661 to partner with Decaf Cup Republic in advancing health and wellness in your space. Now, if you've just joined us, maraming salamat. Welcome. Thank you, Coach Candy. Good luck in there. Praying for covering in your space, and you may bless the people in there. By the way, Coach Candy, if you want to know more about the our VEI products, go to Taguig. There's a mall in there. I forgot the name of the mall, Coach Candy. If you can type that in the comment, go in there and find out how the vegan essential products can help you out. We have a stall in there inside the mall, and Coach Candy will share that would allow you to really have a deeper understanding of how you can utilize this and how it can benefit your health. I tell you, if you use this, this will not burn your face. It will really help you out, and it will really allow you to have that soothing experience. Yan, Venice Grand Canal. Yan. Venice Grand Canal Mall, that is in Taguig. It's just, if you go along C5, then go a little bit going to Taguig, then you'll find that in the space. There's a stall in there. Just find them, or message us here at Teacup Cup Republic. Then we'll be happy to, glad to help you out to find the location. Coach Candy, if you can share to them where your location is so that you can find the store near, the stall in there. All right. So giving a shout out to all of our friends, all of those who's constantly investing on their learning, giving a shout out, give them a thumbs up as well, an acknowledgement, have them join us and express gratitude. As well as for me, giving a shout out to all our mental model collectors inside the Be Learning Society, the Master Coach A. If you are one person who desires experience transformation in the areas of your health, wealth, and relationship, I invite you to join us inside Be Learning Society as one of the mental model collector. I've been attending this for the last year, more than a year already. One of the things that I've learned is having a deeper understanding of how we're processing things, how we're making decisions, how we're making choices, and how we can better improve the way that we are seeing the world. And my partner, Coach Tin, and also our daughter, Mika, is the one part of the class. And this one helps us out to really just have a fruitful, conversation. It's also peaceful environment in the house that we can continue to really focus our attention on. I would like to invite you to join us for Be Learning this coming Sunday. Be Learning Society, by the way, this is the tent maker of the Be Learning Homes for Mental Fitness. And of course, on top of the food and beverage discount that you will get as you subscribe every month, you will also get a 90-minute free coaching session with senior coaches. I'm inviting you this Sunday. As most often than not, what happens, especially if you are someone who's working in the corporate world, you have a busy day, right? And you would utilize Sunday to rest. You know, do something different for yourself. Allow yourself to give this time and make an investment for yourself. We get to focus too much on helping our family, helping our children, helping our partner, helping our parents, helping other people, whoever those are, but we lose sight of the value of investing on your personal development. And you might say, Coach, I read books, I hear podcasts, I do this and what have you. That can only do so much to you. If you really want to change your life, if you want to transform the way that you live, the way that you love, the way that you live a legacy, invest on Be Learning Society. This Sunday, it's gonna be our certainty with certainty with uncertainty. And if you are going to make certain decision when things are uncertain and when stakes are high, then this would help you out. When making decisions feels uncertain, you experience a lot of stress. You feel that the stakes are going up and things are more long-term implications to your decision. I would like to invite you again to join us this coming Sunday. Really invest on your learning. You will learn to introspect and the mindset of decision making. Introspection is allowing yourself to reflect, to appreciate, to not be in a judgmental space, for you to discover how to go about making the best decisions in the world with unprecedented certainty. COVID-19 has changed the way we're living our life right now. And as we continue to be in a space of uncertainty, we don't know what will happen. We're still in the third year of COVID. This will help you out, empower you to be in control. Many people are facing a huge blind spot that they tend to focus on what they know for sure. And this is where the challenge or the pitfall is, because uncertain times need uncertain measures. So if uncertainty yields uncertain measures, then you need to do something that's very radical, that's very different to what you're used to. When you attend this coming Sunday, you will have a 5-level deep mapping of the known and unknown, the internal versus the external, known unknowns and unknowns, known probabilities and unknown probabilities, and big and small. Invest on this. It's only a 2,000 peso investment. And if you want to take advantage of it, just feel free to message 586-1661. Again, that's 0917-586-1661 to register. You still have time. Invite your friends, invite your family members. I tell you, it's going to be a wonderful experience. All right. Of course, my better half is here. Coach Lynn is also, helping us with our BEI products. Again, if you want to know more about, you can message the three of them to know more about how you can take advantage of our BEI products. I've been using this. I've shared for, if you just joined, I'm using this three. I'm using Bearberry, Centella and Witch Acel. And I tell you, it's just a fruitful and wonderful experience in my face. Now we're diving into today's conversation. I'm going to talk about the clutter-free life, a practical guide for minimalism. So tag your friends in there, invite them to join us for the Radical Healing series. And as for me, if you have just joined me, you've been hearing me for the last 15 minutes. I'm Life Coach Shaun de Joya. I am the man from Pasig City. Professionally, in my experience, I've been a BPO, you know, expert. I've worked in the BPO industry for 15 years now, and most of my career in the BPO industry, I'm with workforce management. And what we are doing is we're making sure that the project is efficient and effective, and we're making and helping in businesses projects to make the business more profitable. So if that is something that you're currently struggling right now and you need a coach in that area, let me help you out in your journey to succeed in the BPO industry. I've been married for 20 years. We have two wonderful children. Our daughter is a animator. She's a creative entrepreneur, and our son is on his way to become a someone in the automotive scene, someone who's gonna change the way the world comes in as far in the automotive scene in the Philippines and maybe the world, right? That is something that God will allow him to do, and it's a wonderful feeling for us to continuously learning about life coaching. I've been a life coach for 5 years now, and one of the things that I've learned in life coaching is how it can really change the way that you see the world. It will make you kinder, it will make you peaceful, it would make you more attuned towards who you really are. And if you are someone maybe who's going through a journey where your career is no longer yielding the meaning, the fulfillment in the life that you're living, maybe you're questioning who you are, you're questioning your identity, you're questioning if the life that you're living is really you, and you want to open your eyes and open your heart in there to finally make a decision that this is who I am right now, but I want to be a better person, I want to be a better human being, then I invite you to take advantage of my coaching session with you. We offer complimentary coaching session at Teacup Coffee Republic, and if you want to know more about or you want to have a conversation with me, go there at Teacup Coffee Republic. We're going to be there later this afternoon. Now, if you're going to watch this on a replay, comment in there hashtag replay and do send us a message. If you wish to connect with any of the point that resonates with you, and you may find the YouTube link and watch the replay of the episodes of Brewing Life in the caption of this video. Just follow and subscribe to the channel so that you will be notified when video becomes available. All right. Now, what I'm gonna ask you, we'll start. What I'm gonna ask you is, if you are at home, or maybe you're in a different place, different area, maybe you're traveling, I would want for you to reflect for those people who's at home right now, you're listening, you're watching, take a look at the areas surrounding you, take a look at the stuffs or the things that you have in there. Take a look at your TV, take a look at your lightings, take a look at your fixture, your mobile phone, tablets, or maybe the things that you're hiding in there. I would want for you to take a look at all of the material things that you have, your house, uh, your utensils and at home. Take a look at that, make a reflection of that. And if you are traveling, if you are in another place, reflect on the space that you usually sleep on. Maybe it's your bed. Some people would go sleep in their couch and what have you. Then have a mental picture of the space that you have. Reflect for a moment how your space looks like. And what I would ask for you to do, if you're able to paint a picture in your head, or for those of you who should already be able to visualize, okay, I have this and all of these things and so on and so forth. I would like for you to reflect on, for each of the items that you remember, I'll ask yourself how often, how often it is that you use this item. For example, I have this. This is my headphone. Ask yourself, if you hold that, or if you go near to it, or maybe just pick one, pick that. Ask yourself, how many times or how often do I use this item? Do I use this thing every month? You ask yourself. You maybe you would say, oh, okay, I use this about 20 times a month. Okay, I use this about 50 times, 100 times, whatever that number is, right? And if you have that number, good. Now, when you're able to identify a number, it doesn't need to be right, just an estimate is good. Ask yourself, how many times do I use this every week? Maybe you use it, I don't know, 10 times a day. You use it 20 times a day, whatever that number is. And once you identify, ask yourself again, how often do you use them every single day, right? What this does eventually, when you start picking other items, I'll give you a good example. One of the things that I've started doing is I've started reading the Bible. I mean, really physically reading the Bible because I'm using my phone. This one is a lot better. Before, I was not reading this. It's like I use this, I don't know. Maybe I use this once a month before. Or at times, I only use this once every 3 months. So this specific book. But currently, what I'm doing is for the last week, I've been using this every single day for the month, for the week so far. And every single day, I probably read this 3 times a day, or sometimes more than that. I read that 3 times or more than that, and what have you. What does what does that do? You might ask, okay, coach, what does that do? I don't understand. What does that do is for each of the item that you have at home, you are able to identify if the items that you have in there is something that is a need or a want. Need means that you're using it constantly. It's something that is of value of you. It brings meaning to the way that you live your life. And it gives you joy, it gives you satisfaction, it gives you fulfillment and what have you. Those are the things that you do. Now, if you seldom use it, then it's just a want. There is a mental model called the Pareto principle. And the Pareto principle states that we only use 20% of the things that we have at home. And the 80% of the things that you have in there is just lying around getting dust. I mean, think about it. Think about that principle. It's a principle. Maybe you know Wilfredo Pareto. He is the one who created this, that only 20% of the things that we have in our house, even if you take a look at the overall traffic of Metro Manila, if you take a look at the streets, and you can do your research here, majority of the people only use 20% of the streets in Metro Manila. And what are those? You have EDSA, you have C5, and you have some of the high thoroughfares, right? But these are mostly the roads that's being used. So that's roughly around 20%. So what does this mean if you think about it? Going back to your home. What this means is that when we decide to buy things, are we deciding based on it's something that you really want because it's essential to you? Or you're buying things because it's something that is a want. It's something that you've seen maybe with your friends. Maybe you've seen it, in TV ads. Maybe you've seen it while you're browsing through Facebook and what have you. When you decide to buy something or the items that you have right now, most of the things in there you seldom use. Probably the most of the things that you use in there is your laptop, your mobile phone, maybe some of your skincare products, some of the utensils in there. But the others, I would tell you, you're not using that. Now, minimalism talks about reducing some of the things that you are not using. That is what minimalism is. You're removing it or you're repurposing it. Minimalism is a lifestyle or a technique that is characterized by extreme spareness and simplicity. Now, you might say, okay, coach, so do I need to let go of all of the things in my household? Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not telling you to do that. What I'm telling you is for each of the items that you have, it's Saturday, maybe tomorrow, if you want to rest and you want to reflect on it, for each of the items that you have, just ask yourself, okay, how many times do I use this every month, every week, every day? And what value is it giving me? Because if it's not giving you the full value and it's just a clutter in there that's taking a space, which you can free up, then that is what we call clutter. All right. When you are intentionally reducing the excess things in your life, whether this can be relationship, whether this can be things, whether this can be, clothes, maybe it's some of the utensils that you have, you are able to enjoy life more because the energy that you have in your space is only focused towards the things that you're able to use. And you might see some other stuff in there that you have been thinking of maybe letting it go, giving it to someone, but you can't seem to do it because you have an emotional connection in there, or sayang. That is also taking a lot of energy from you. Now, minimalism is a paradigm shift in our behaviors as consumers, which what we do now is pay more attention towards our emotional well-being, and also the way that we see things, and the way that we are changing how we think and how we decide to live a better life. For example, when you are deciding to acquire something, are you in a state of positivity? Do you have a positive emotion where you're flourishing? Or when you are going to decide to acquire something, excuse me, are you in a negative emotion which you feel depressed? So that is totally different. When you're deciding to acquire, you deciding because it's a positive experience, you're in a positive emotional state, or a negative emotional state? Because that will affect the way that you make a decision. Understanding the way that you are deciding and we are deciding will free us from judgment from ourselves and others. Because we're buying something because we need it. It's essential to us. And minimalism is constantly simplifying our life decisions so that we can remove the clutters, we can be cautious in our shopping. We are focusing on longevity, and we are focusing on self-sufficiency. Because if you take a look at it, if you do the research, there is a resource constraint already, and you know that in fuel, you know that with food. In 2030, there's gonna be a shortage in food, and the things that you are not eating, like insects, all right, like foods that are fast track for them to grow bigger or faster, those have harmful chemicals in there. But the way for us, for society to continue to survive, is we would need to shift eating these foods that you currently are not eating. If you are someone like me 10 years ago who's eating too much pork, too much beef, too much fatty food, those things will eventually decline. Now it's time for us to start really making the shift today to prepare for 2030. It's 2023 now. You still have 7 years to transition. We've been transitioning. We started transitioning, unconsciously. I didn't know. Maybe it's an act of God. God told me to start, having this shift in our eating, that we started to reduce rice intake, intake. Then eventually 5 years ago, we started to shift from vegetables. Then 2 years ago, we started to shift from vegan food, plant-based food. And I tell you, it's a powerful thing because you're now exercising your palates to taste some of the highly nutritious food, but of course with less of the taste that you do, and the experience that you have when you're eating fatty food. So take a look at this as a minimalist, because this will happen. The shift in the way that we're eating our food will shift in the next 8 years or the next 7 years. Now, living a minimalist life is also a great way. If you have mental health challenge, it's great for you to overcome depression. For me, by the way, last year I was clinically diagnosed with emotional dysregulation. I'm mentally challenged. One of the things that I'm having challenges, especially when my emotions, I'm not able to express it in a objective way. What happens is I would rather suppress it because my mouth, when I say something, it's gonna pierce to you. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, what how I see it, because that's how who I am, and it's going to pierce to you, and that person would feel bad about themselves. But what I'm saying that out of concern and out of love. And unfortunately, not a lot of people really appreciate that because they feel that they're being attacked. They have their past traumas for their parents or what have you. So it feels like these people are not accepted. So I have this emotional dysregulation. I'm not able to express my emotions, so it goes extreme. Either I get angry, and punch something or say something that will, reverberate towards the space that I in, and it will affect a lot of people. That is something that I need to work on with my coach, going through the mental health coaching so I can manage it. Now, mentally challenged people can have this experience of overwhelm when things are not going well in their space, when they're not able to manage themselves well and not manage the way that they feel, they think, and then they act. Minimalism. If you transition to minimalism little by little, and I don't want you to, you're going to decide later, coach, I'm going to decide I'm going to throw away or give away all of my stuff. Don't do that. Okay. It's not good for your mental health as well. You hire a coach and help you out so that you can plan this out. And little by little, as you practice, as you exercise your mind in minimalism, it will help you take care of your overall mental health. So minimalism, for those of you who has a mental health condition, you have anxiety, depression, and a lot of different mental health condition, minimalism would help you out, simplify things in you. All right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna share to you 5 practical guides to minimalism. This is simple that you can use. Thank you, Coach Candy. Conscious shopping is the way to go. I'm not exempted in there. Sometimes I buy things in Shopee and I realize, why did I buy it? I spend, you buy 50 pesos, 100 pesos, 300 pesos and thinking, oh, it's cheap. Then eventually when you go cash out or you pay, it becomes 2,000 pesos, 3,000 pesos already. So think about that. When you buy something, please make sure and take a look at if what you're buying is something that will be useful. All right. So 5 practical guides to minimalism. Number one is focus on experiences rather than things. Very simple. Simplicity is key. I've realized that learning and growth is something that everyone wants to gain. In our coaching profession, growth, we want growth in our marriage, in our relationship, in our career. We all want growth. We don't want to stagnate. We don't want a space in which things are not, we're not becoming better human beings. There's a research, they concluded that a wandering mind is an unhappy mind. Let me repeat that. A wandering mind with an A, WANDERING, a wandering mind is an unhappy mind. So if you, or maybe you've experienced, or maybe you have a friend who's constantly wandering from places to places, like I do that at times, I'm sitting down and I wonder, I go here, I go to the future, I go to the past, and all of the different things. It is an unhappy mind. And a person's ability to stay present, a person's ability to stay in the moment, it is said that they have greater happiness and they will experience during and after. So imagine that. If we as individuals would just start living in the present moment, start appreciating the present moment. At times, because your mind wanders, right? You might think, okay, did I turn off the stove? Did I turn off the faucet? Did I pay my bills? Did I do this? And all of these different things that you fail to appreciate and be in the moment. That is causing you a lot of unhappiness. It's causing you a lot of unhappiness. It's causing you a lot of turmoil. It's causing you a lot of dissatisfaction because we are not able to stay still and be happy at the moment. So focus on experiences rather than things. Focus on the experience that you have right now. Thank you, Coach Nords, for joining. from the farther north of the Philippines. And Coach Candy sharing in there, ang different ko ngayon bumili, do I need it, do I want it? See, it's simple, simple. You're just shifting your purpose in there. So focus on experiences rather than things. You know, what are things? I'm not just talking about the physical things in your head as well, things in your thought, all of those different things. Please, please start focusing on experience. So that's the first one. Number two is declutter things in your mind. And before I've learned about this declutter, I thought that decluttering talks about decluttering your space. But I've realized that decluttering also is possible in your mind. And there's a study in the University of Connecticut. They found that removing or controlling clutter, in removing or controlling clutter, we can directly reduce the stress that stems from the mess, which can help us to feel happier. We become less anxious. We are more confident in ourselves. So that is the research. What it does, helps you boost your mental health, like your mood boost. You get sharper focus, and it also relieves your anxiety. So what are the things that is occupying your mind right now? What are the things that you're thinking about? Are those things in your locus of control? Is there something that you are in control of, or it's outside your locus of control where you don't have control of anything to it? Maybe it's a person, maybe it's an environment, maybe it's your relative, maybe it's your partner, maybe it's your children. These are the things that is cluttering your mind. So you can start decluttering. You know, just pick on the things that you can start removing in your space. So that's number two. Number three is be intentional with what you consume. And when I talk about consumption, I talk about two things. One is food, and two is your digital consumption, your media consumption, your social media, your TV, your Netflix, your YouTube, what else you're watching in there, your Facebook videos. Be intentional with what you consume because you become what you consume. And how you can test that? Very simple. Take a look at what you're eating right now. If you're eating pork, if you're eating sweets, you know, you're probably in a space where you're diabetic or you have a high insulin or sugar levels. That's a reality of it. Now, in the context of maybe you're familiar with distractions, if you want to be intentional with what you consume, if you're driving, if you are on the road, maybe you're a passenger, so there's a lot of distractions in there, right? You have your trucks, you have your trikes, you have your people, you have animals, you have a lot of different things causing distractions. And what these distractions does is it puts weight in your life. Why? Because it's cluttering you again. Like food, right? If you eat junk food, if you eat unhealthy food, eventually you get sick, you carry this around, and you gain weight. So that is the crisis that's happening right now. Now, the more that we're able to be intentional about what we consume and we are intentional about what we eat, we are more enjoying the way that we live our life. So be intentional. All right. That's number three. Number four is free up your network. Free up your friends, free up your relatives, unfortunately, free up your environment, your space, free up your network. Why is this important? Being able to reevaluate your current relationship will help you dissect which things or which people are caring for you and which people need you to care for them, which people are nuisances, which people are giving you more stress. And this is the tip for great self-care because you're able to establish your personal boundaries on which one is for you and which one is not for you. When you're able to free up your network, what happens is you are able to find strength. You're able to have this strength in you to finally make a decision to distance yourself with these people that makes you bad or doesn't appreciate you, and you will be removing these toxins in your space. Coach Lazy, thank you for joining. So take a look at right now, who are the people that you're allowing in your space? Who are the people that you're allowing to talk to you, to speak with you? Are these people really someone who really cares for you, or are they someone who just is there because you're miserable? They get the benefit of your misery. You have these people that, hey, they're fun when things are not going well with you, they are there, but when things are going well with you, they're not there. And when I say that, in a space in which they don't celebrate your wins, they don't celebrate your goods, they just want you to stay miserable. You have those people. Start removing them in this space. And lastly, number 5, only buy what you need versus what you want. You know, some things, buying things is like when you are about to purchase something, when you are about to acquire something, it's like a hand wrestling match. Have you seen a hand wrestling where both the one and the other would grip and they would decide whether you want to buy it, you want to not buy it. They would struggle and all of these different things. And you don't know, okay, which one would win and what have you, and so on and so forth. It becomes super, super stressful. Because eventually, when you buy it and you're not intentional about it and you're not really adamant in saying, okay, what will this benefit, this thing be beneficial for me, then you will have this guilt feeling of your purchase. Buying, by the way, is a experiential purchase. When you are going to buy something, it is an experiential purchase. You experience, there is something in you that wants to experience buying. Maybe you've experienced before that other people would buy things for you. Maybe you've grown into a space in which you're poor, like me. We were poor back then. We're not able to buy all of these expensive things. We're not able to buy. I remember a time in which I couldn't even buy a dilimon. You know what a dilimon is? Is a round candy shape. And of course, being a child, you like sweets. Cannot buy it. And when there was a time in which our lifestyle was doing well. I remember mom gave me, I think it was 25 cents or 5 cents. And I would buy those candy, and it's a experiential feeling. It's an experiential purchase in which you are in the moment that finally, after a long wait, after all of those heartaches and headaches, you are finally able to buy something that you have been longing for. Maybe just the mere purchase of it, the mere having that capacity for you to buy something, it leads to happiness. That is based on research, by the way. So think about a time before in which you're able to buy something. Maybe recently you're able to buy something. Reflect on how was that experience for you. Because when you're doing that, when you're more intentional about the experience of what it will bring you, I tell you, it's gonna be a super joyful and happy experience. Even just the simple, sometimes you buy the things from your childhood that cost only probably 20 pesos, 25 pesos, and it just gives you that emotion. I have one of those. I remember when we went to Antipolo, and thank you, Master Coach Jasmine, for joining. Master Coach Jasmine has bought this or have this breads, which her mom was they have a bread store, and she has this called, it's called trutalina. It's like an ear. And when I saw that, I was holding it. It was I know I didn't purchase it, but it was an experiential experience because I was able to see that and I was able to remember something, and it put me back in the space of my childhood of appreciation. So that is what an experiential purchase is. It's something that it's worthwhile because it just brings you happiness. It just brings you joy. So every time you're gonna buy something, ask yourself, what kind of experience will I have when I buy this? What am I trying to, experience? Because eventually that will help you live a clutter-free life. It would help you be more intentional and living a minimalist lifestyle because you are now in a state in which, what is it when I buy something, when someone gives something to me, how will that change the way that I see my life? Will it lead me to become a kinder person? Will it lead me to be a more loving person? Will it lead me to become someone who is worth the item that you are buying, or maybe worth the item that was given to you? Thank you, Kaichi, for joining. A clutter, a clutter-free life is simply writing down the things that you want and writing down the experiences that you want. That is what how simple clutter-free life is. And if you are someone who wants to be living in a minimalist life, and maybe you're overloaded with a lot of different things in your household already, these are the things that you can start doing. Take a look at the list of goals that you have. Like, what do you want to have today? What do you want to have tomorrow? What do you want to have in 2 weeks, in 3 months, in 1 year, in 5 years, in 10 years? Write this down. Write this down. This will help you determine which one you will prioritize and what you want in your life. Michael Hyatt shared this in his book, Living Forward, a proven plan to stop drifting and to get what you want in life. What he's asking us to do is to just write down what are the goals that you want and put in a priority list in this, because doing so will give you a better understanding of the scope of your goals, which will allow you to have this deep thinking process and how your goals will affect the quality of your life and also your overall well-being. There are goals in our life that we carry around and it becomes a weight. It is unfortunate. There are some goals that is a weight in you, a burden in you. So writing them down will allow you to, you know, remove some of this excess weight, and you can focus on your strength and energy on the things that are important for you. Because there are some things that are urgent, there are some things that are important. And if you're thinking of creating a clutter-free life, I would really invite you to join me, and let me help you out. Try something radical. I invite you to join me in the Next Level Life Coaching Program. What this does, it will explore really the roots of your past, understanding your past. If you are someone who's dissatisfied currently with your relationship, with your life, with your work, then we will start dissecting that and see where are you at right now, so that you can uncover what's holding you back from your beliefs, from your behaviors, and finally discovering what the how you can overcome them. When you go through this program, this will help you get unstuck and finally get the peace and joy that you have been searching for. This is how holistic approach. It will impact different areas of your life, from your relationship, from your career, from your business, from your finances, even in your health. And if you wanna really start taking control of your driver's seat of your life, then start making that shift. This coaching program will help you out. This has changed my life, and I want to share this with you. And for doing so, it will really just allow more people in the space to just experience the happiness that they deserve, because we all deserve to be happy. If you have any questions, feel free to connect with me at 0917-569-4200. Book your complimentary session. Start living your next level life today. I would like to thank everyone for joining me today. Maraming salamat. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Thank you for supporting the advancement of mental fitness. I would like to invite you further to join us on floor for our face-to-face community service at GCash Republic. Later, as I've shared, it's going to be Fab Saturday open mic with Coach Orville. But if you want to strengthen your spiritual life, if you want to know more about God more, if you want to learn more about the Bible, 5 p.m. is Cabin Life at the Campfire. We'll be there. I have my family in there as well. Every Sunday, Expression Sunday, express yourself with Coach Trisha. Monday with Coach Tin. Groove Tuesday is all about habits with Master Coach Asmin. And Purpose Wednesday is Away in a Day with Coach Rezzhel for your purpose. And Strengthening Thursday, Coaching for the Soul with Master Coach A if you want to start really igniting your soul. If you are interested to become a professional service provider, either as a life coach or mental health coach, I would like you to connect with Coach Rezzhel at 0917-586-1661 to know more about the Co-Create Life Coach Certification Program. This is a CPD accredited course with 40 CPD units, and we're also accepting people for mental health certification and internship program with limited slots. So make sure that you are reserving your seats with Coach Rezzhel. Veganism is a lifestyle, and we choose to stay cruel-free and sustainable in our products of choices, not only with your food, but also those that touches your skin. I would like to join again for you to invite you to take advantage of our VEI products. This is 100% plant-based. I have been using this. I have eczema. I have the skin condition that's not really that good. It goes red. It has this burning feeling. And this one has helped me out by far so far. Take advantage of this. Join us back again tomorrow for the same time and same digital space for episode 669, 5 Practical Ways to Start Sustainable Living with Coach Marty. This is Coach Shaun, mentally fit to serve in behalf of Life Coach Philippines. Maraming salamat for joining me. I hope you're able to get some wisdom and knowledge in there. Please share your hashtag Pack My Bad Moment so we can help other people. I am mentally fit in behalf of Life Coach Philippines. Love Bamboo. Maraming salamat. We'll see you again tomorrow for another episode of Brewing Live. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye. Have a great weekend.
As a business owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. Customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag-and-drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then, copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag-and-drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.